Hello, and welcome to my beginner's guide on how to play Ghost in Midnight Ghost Hunt. I'll be going over some of the best Ghost abilities as well as how to use them effectively. I'll also be going over different playstyles and strategies, as well as how to set up your very own ambush before midnight. And in case you were wondering, that's right, I am single. When you start playing Ghost, you want to make sure that you get the best abilities first. Poltergeist is actually one of the best abilities in the game right now for Ghost. That's because it's one of the strongest ambush tools in the game, especially when paired with another Ghost using the Corruption ability. To make the most out of the ability, you want to manually move props around first in good strategic choke points. You also want to be careful to not hide too close wherever you used your ability. And now let's take a look at Spirit, another very strong ability. The reason that Spirit is so strong is because you can use it as an escape tool even while you're in a prop. It's especially useful to go up and down vertically where it's hard for hunters to follow you quickly. When it comes to haunts, one of the best abilities is Health Orb. That's because it's one of the only ways to help your alive teammate heal as a ghost besides them consuming a soul. Another useful haunt is Cold Spot, because the hunter with radar will see your location instead of a teammate's that's still alive. Finally, one of the best perks you can get is Perception, because knowing where the hunters are through walls helps you know when to attack or run away. Now let's take a look at some different tactics you can use when playing Ghost. It's important to try to decide with your team if you want to be aggressive or just hide. Usually I think it's better to try to be aggressive with your teammates, but if they're not coordinated, it's better to just try to hide across the map from each other. One thing you can do, even if your team isn't coordinated, is hide near the generator, and after the hunters pass by, keep harassing it every now and then by attacking it. You'll either force the hunters to have to all return to it, or they'll split up at least to check on it. If you're brave enough to do this, you might want to take Spirit as your ability, because it can allow you to suddenly escape, especially on maps like the pirate ship. While staying still and hiding in this game, you'll be slowly building up an ectoplasm meter that will allow hunters to find you when they use their radar. There are 3 ways that you can lower this meter. One is moving, another one is jumping, and the third way that not everyone knows is pressing the emote button to taunt. Using a taunt is really helpful when you know the hunters are far away and you don't want them to see you move in the distance. Using a taunt will also lower that meter significantly. Eventually though, the hunters will start closing in on your location, and it's important to know when you need to move and try to stay around corners and use the third-person view available to get the advantage. When you do start running, you want to try to use the prop's charge ability to get as much distance as you can quickly and keep changing props to confuse the hunters as to where you are. But let's say you want to be aggressive. Well, one thing you could do is try to bait a hunter alone by damaging a generator and hiding nearby. When he comes looking for you, you can suddenly headshot him with a prop charge and down him, then consume his soul. However, let's move on and talk about how you could set up your very own ambush as a team. So you need to have a coordinated ability set up. You want one person using Poltergeist, one person using Corruption, and one person using Death's Grip. Then you want to decide on a room or an area where you have a bunch of objects placed with Poltergeist and Corruption, and have your Death's Grip person put the traps somewhere near the entrance where those objects will attack them. Then what you want to do is have your 4th person, who can have any ability he wants, go ahead and bait the hunters by letting them see him, and start running back through the area where you trapped everything. When done correctly, you're going to laugh as they walk in and get instantly annihilated by your props. If they don't, you can also work together as a team to be aggressive and finish them off yourselves. Well, now you know all the basics you need to know when it comes to beating the hunters. I hope this guide helps you, and I also hope that one day I'll manage to get a hot girlfriend. See you next time!